Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, bargain beauty, and self-care. So if you're interested in any of that, in particular today we are doing an update for Deck of Panning, so hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Alright, Deck of Panning is a project that was created by Emily here on YouTube at Emily and Max. She was inspired by a TBR or To Be Read game created by Books with Maddie. I think that's right. All the information will be down in the description box. It is a panning project that is based on a game board and a deck of cards, and it's a lot of fun. It starts on January 20th and goes until December 20th, and we are to draw 5 cards to start with and work on those projects, setting whatever goals we feel is appropriate, and then rolling things out, bringing new things in as appropriate, or bringing things in to punish ourselves for not finishing anything. There's also a prompt for add another card or draw 2, so you could be working on 6 products at a time, which is what I was currently working on. So let's get into the review and tell you what I've been working on, what I'm rolling out, and how many new cards I'm going to be bringing in. Yes, picking. All right, the first, just making sure there aren't any older ones. Okay, the first one I'm working on was a draw another card, and that I got the Jack of Clubs, which is a powder product. So for that, I went specifically with a powder. This is a loose powder from Koki. It is their translucent setting powder. My goal when I brought this in April was to use it 10 times. At the last update, I had used it 8. And over the last month, I've used it more than twice. I've used it at least 3 or 4 times. But I have met my goal on that, so that is rolling out. The next prompt was also a +1, and for that I drew the 5 of spades, which at the time was a dual or multi-chrome product, and I brought in a nail polish, which I thought was a duochrome. Turns out it's not quite, but it's the thought that counts. This is from Zoya, and it is called Clarice. And the funny thing is, like, at certain angles, I can see red in it, so maybe it is a duochrome. Like right now, I look at it and it has a really nice red sheen, but, you know, it's green. Maybe you can see the red sheen, and it is hard to tell. Anyway, I brought this in to use 2 times, and so far I've only used it once, so I have 1 more use left to go for this, and it is up next. It is my next manicure, so at the next update, this will be a goal met. But it is not. It is staying in for today. The next prompt was for the 6 of Hearts, and at that time it was a graveyard product. So I brought in a foundation I hadn't worked on in a while. It was just sitting around. This is from e.l.f. It is their Flawless Satin Foundation, and it is settled quite nicely now. You can see right there the settle line. That is how much I have in there, and I'm hoping to have this finished later today, but I'm definitely working on a powder foundation to finish first, so we'll see. But for this project, I brought it in for 6 uses. At the last update, I had 5. And over the last month, I've used it more than once. But I'm wearing it today. It is a really nice foundation. It's funny how it looks too dark in the packaging, but when I put it on, it is a perfect match for me. And this one is in the shade 130 Snow, which is a cool with pink undertones. So yeah, I met my goal, and that is rolling out. The next prompt I brought in and was working on was for the 6 of Hearts. No, Queen of Hearts. And Queen of Hearts is a pick your own space, and you can pick any of the Hearts prompts for that month. So I went with the 9 of Hearts, which at the time was favorite color. My favorite color is purple. And so I brought in an eyeshadow from the Revolution Corpse Bride palette, butterfly palette. And I brought in the shade Spell, which is this one right here. It is a very pretty lavender lilac shade. There is a swatch of it there. Not a very dark swatch, but it is a swatch nonetheless. Very pretty. My goal was to use it 5 times. At the last update, I'd used it 3, and over the last month, I have used it 2 more. So it is also a goal met. I'm doing really good this month. The next prompt was another queen. This was the Queen of Clubs. So for that time, that was in June, I brought in the 4 of Clubs, which was a non-makeup item. And for that, I brought in this deluxe travel size hair mask from Marc Anthony. It is the Grow Long Restoring Anti-Breakage Mask. When I brought it in, it was right here. I've used it 4 times since bringing it in, and it's hard to tell that I couldn't find a darker color, but that's where we are right now. So I have like 1 or 2 more uses left. Don't need a whole lot of this. Don't have a whole lot of hair. But yeah, that should be empty by the next update. I've been doing really good about using it like every other or every third shampoo. So we'll see. That one is staying in. The next product, the last one, I brought in last month, and it was for the 5 of Clubs, which was spray. And for that, I brought in my Eva NYC Made Magic 10-in-1 primer. This is one of my favorite hair products. My goal was to use this 5 times. If I brought it in last month, how could I have a mark for the month before? This is August update. Anyway, I'm not going to think about it too much, but I've used it 6 times. I'm guessing that the one I thought was a mark between months was actually just a use that went sideways. Because I used to do a slash to distinguish my tally marks from one month to the next. Anyway, the point is I've used it 5 times. And this is rolling out. So I had 4 rollouts, and 2 products are staying in, the hair mask and the nail polish, both of which should be done next month. So that means we're going to bring in 3 new cards. Since I was working on 6, I'm going to go back down to 5. We're going to bring in 3 new prompts. So let me get my cards, pull up the game board, and we will take a look at what we're going to be working on for the next, bringing in. Okay, I have the game board up, and it is big and white and bright, and that is why I look lit up like a Christmas tree. Anyway, I have my deck of cards. It is the Crow deck of cards. I do have a Joker in here somewhere. I'm not going to pull it out because it's in here somewhere. All right. So what have we got? In It for the Long Haul. I had that one twice last year. This time last year, wild card color, random uses, favorite category, no pan left behind. I'm just randomly looking all over. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Be collecting cobwebs. Oh, the shame. Hopping block. Okay, I thought it said betrothed, but it's dethroned. So, non-makeup item. Okay. Is Match's shirt on here? I don't see it. That's always one that everyone's like, oh, what did I wear a shirt for? Wishlist dupe. Double checking. Out of control category, fragrance. Random uses. Okay, nope. Nope. Matches shirt, matches eye color. None of those matches is on the board this month. So, all right, it's shuffled. I'm going to cut the deck. I'm going to pull off the top. The first one is the 2 of Hearts, which is primer. Okay. The next one is the 8 of Hearts, which is warm tone. Okay. And last one is the Jack of Spades. Little crow guy. And the Jack of Spades is a powder product. Okay. Let me consider what I'm going to pick for these prompts, and I will be right back. Okay, I have picked my products, and it was a little bit tricky, but I think it's going to work out for me. Okay, the first one was for the 2 of Hearts, and that is primer. So I'm bringing in the primer I've been working on anyway. I'm trying to finish up. This is from Yensa. It is their Tone Up Primer Essential Glow. Does this have a color? I don't think it does. I think it's just a primer. I mean, it is slightly tinted, but it's like not, you know. Anyway, oh, I did shine a light through here to see how much was in there. Let me really quickly shine the light again. Okay. Find a black Sharpie this time. And we are right about there. But I'm not bringing it in to finish. I thought about it. Depends. My goal, the official goal, is 20 uses. If I finish it before then, that's fine. So 20 uses or finish, whichever comes first. So that is my primer. The next prompt was a little bit tricky. It was for the 8 of Hearts, and that is warm toned. And I much prefer a cool tone look, although I am wearing some brown in here, which is warm tone. So I decided to bring in, because the only way I really like warm tones, besides blush, which I don't really like very much, and I don't like it on my lips at all, is in my eyeshadow, or my nails, which are warm toned right now. Anyway, so I decided to bring in an eyeshadow from the Marvicorn, because I am slowly trying to hit pan in every shade in this palette. And I only have 2 shades that don't have pan, so I'm bringing in one of them, but not to hit pan, because, you know, that's just too much. I'm bringing in this shade right here, the orange shimmer, called Honey Bobu. And I'm bringing it in for 5 uses. If I hit pan in that time, great. If not, no big deal. I will save it for, you know, sometime when I need to hit pan. But there it is. It is just a nice light orange, really, you know, nice, slightly golden shade, really pretty. 5 uses for that. And then finally, for the Jack of Spades, it is a powder product, and I recently experimented with some of the unworn shades in my base palette from BH Cosmetics, and I frankened them into this teeny tiny, there's not very much in here, teeny tiny little bronzer using the darkest shade and a couple of the lighter shades. So I'm going to bring in this powder bronzer to finish. And let me see if I can get a little out to swatch for you. There we go. There it is right there. Just a kind of slightly warm Franken bronzer. We'll see how it works on me. I haven't ever Frankened a bronzer, and I didn't want to make a whole lot. So I just made a little bit to see if it works. It seems to work, so we're gonna finish that teeny tiny little, like, I don't know if you can see how much is in there, just a teeny tiny little bit, but yeah, I'm bringing it in to finish. It's an easy peasy, you know, and it may be cheating, but it is something that is powder in my collection that I want to use up. So I know if I really truly enjoy that, or if I need to adjust it some more to a different shade. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it if you do that while you're here and hit the little bell icon. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and you'll see me in my next one. Bye!